This is a special episode of the Monday to Monday podcast. We have this phone number and you can send in your voice notes. You can send us links to the songs. You can send us anything you want. Voicemail or text. So the phone number is 314-649-3074. It's in the bio of my Instagram. I'm literally just reading it from there. The phone number is right there. But anyway, people are sending us voice notes already. Just send us more. I'm going to play 2 voice notes and I'm going to read some of these texts that are coming in so you guys get the idea of what's going on. So here's the first voice mail.
Hey, my name is Benny with a 3, and I'm a 19-year-old artist out of Logan, Utah. I'm in a band called Basement Cafe, and I also put out a lot of solo music that's R&B and hip-hop influenced. I would just love to honestly hear some feedback on any of my music. We don't get much exposure here in Utah, especially the kind of sound that I'm bringing. It's kind of a new wave, and I would just love to hear what you guys think about it. If you have any advice for me entering the industry, anything like that, it would be much appreciated. But yeah, my Instagram handle is Benny with a 3, as well as all my other socials, my TikTok, all that bullshit. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Much love.
All right, cool. So, Emily, you want to jump in real quick?
Sure thing.
All right, here we go. So this is Emily. She records, edits, does everything on the back end of the podcast, in case you didn't know. But if you're a loyal listener, then you do know. But anyway, Emily, can you look him up on your phone? He said his name was
Sure.
Benny with the 3, but it probably is just B3NNY. I'm assuming on Instagram. He just said he was on TikTok too. That'd be fun if you could find his TikTok. I'll try to, but let me just say real quick. He said he's from Utah. I love Utah, right? So I went on tour a bunch of times, tour managing. If you guys haven't been to Utah, it's so beautiful there. But also the music scene, I think, is actually pretty amazing in Utah. We're going to check out your music, Benny. We will DM you, I guess, on Instagram, TikTok. I don't know. If you guys are calling in and leaving your handles, maybe really spell it out for us. Did you find them, Emily?
No.
All right, we'll try to find you. Anyway, we'll check out the music. We'll check out everyone's music, especially if you leave a voicemail, because we really appreciate that. But anyway, I love Utah. And, he's talking about making a name for himself regionally. Definitely keep posting on TikTok. Our playlist, just like any playlist that supports emerging artists, is a good place to get music heard. But, connect with the local scene. I love Utah. But I get it. I'm from Missouri. Some people, you feel like you got to go to New York, Atlanta, LA to make it, but take trips, take a day trip. Shout out to Take a Day Trip, the producers. Those are my guys. All right, let's listen to the next voicemail. You couldn't find them?
Mm-mm.
Come on. All right, we'll listen to the next voicemail. All right.
Yo, Mike. How are you? My name's Ashton. I'm from Canada. And there's a Canadian artist who needs to be on your radar. His name's Shyler. His Instagram tag is SHYLER57. Again, that's SHYLER57. That's his Instagram name. You could Spotify search him. Spotify search him. I like that. At SHYLER. Somebody's got to have some eyeballs on this dude. Thanks. Hopefully you can connect and give us your wisdom. Take care, Mike.
Well, first of all, shout out to everyone in Canada. Again, another amazing place. But Canada's pretty big. Let us know what part of Canada you're in. All right, so we found you. Shyler57. Following you now. I see you're on DistroKid. That's cool. I love DistroKid. Whoa, 3.9 million streams in your year-end recap. That's great. All right, I see you're covering your face, just like the producer I manage, Richie South. That's cool. All right, yeah. I mean, we'll check out your music. Well, here, we'll do it right now. Shyler. All right, I'm gonna Spotify search you like the set in the voicemail. Emily, check him out. See if he's on a TikTok. Yeah, if you guys are on TikTok, that oh wow. So Spotify, 115,000 monthly listeners. That's pretty good. The voicemail said someone needs to put an eyeball on him. There's a lot of eyeballs on this guy though. All right. Let's see. Fans also like, you guys ever like an artist and then click that? I rarely do that myself, but are
It
people
looks like he's on TikTok.
what? What is it on TikTok? The same thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. All right, let's just listen to one of his songs. Blood Diamonds is the most popular, but Vendetta is the newest. I like listening to new music, so here we go.
Bitch, I got a vendetta. Knew that shit was a setup. Seen them from miles away. They thought that they had me on camera. I say quick like a panther. Move through nights like I'm Santa. If you got it out the mud.
All right, so right away, obviously the music is unique to me at least. But there's the whole point. If someone likes your music, that's great. So like dive deep with them, okay? Like right away, some of that was whispering, some of the music sounded, I don't know if there was a guitar in there. I'd have to really listen to the song, but the whole point of my story is someone called me, left a voicemail telling me to check you out. It could have been your cousin, it could have been your brother, it could have been someone who does not know you. It sounded like it was someone who didn't know you. And that's amazing. Someone told me one time, they said, hey, if someone feels passionate enough about an artist that they're talking to you about it, you got to take it seriously. And I believe that because word of mouth and sharing with your friends is number one. So like if I told Emily like, hey, Satoma, she's an artist we put on the playlist. I'm like, hey, Emily, Satoma's dope. She plays the guitar on TikTok. She's a really nice person. I actually met her in LA with Gary Vee. She came to the office, which was awesome. It's like me telling Emily that means a lot. That people sharing your music means a lot. So whoever called and left that voicemail, we just listened to it. I don't remember all the details of if they said their name or not, but that's what it's all about. It's not really about, it's not always about individuals liking your music. It's about who does like your music and going hard with those people. You see what I mean? And everyone's music is evolving, and you might be ready to blow up right now, or you might blow up in 2 years, but you have to keep going hard with the people who support you because they get the vision. So whoever just left that voicemail, if Shyler, if you're listening or watching this, connect with that person. You know what I mean? Let them promote you. Let them be on your team if they're down, if they have free time. You know what I mean? What do you think about that, Emily?
Yeah, what you said about me connecting with Satoma is great. And now we have a relationship. I mean, I know that that's not about Shyler at all, but we go back and forth on Instagram frequently now. Satoma, if you're listening to this, hey. But that's definitely the way to do it. Like, you have to start building a fan base from the ground up. And that is the way to do it for sure. I don't know. What do you think?
Damn. You're still talking to Satoma? That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, see, that's how it works. And now we both like her music, and then we all have separate friend groups, and that's just how life works. But look, I looked him up on TikTok. All right, so right away, he's doing, I guess, anime cartoon posts. That's cool. What I do like is it's consistent. Consistency is
You
the
think that's
key.
him, right?
Has to be, right? Anyway, if this is you, consistency is the key. Don't, like, when people look at your TikTok, immediately what they're thinking is, hey, if I follow this person in my valuable number of followers, some people, I'm from St. Louis, sometimes you want to keep your follower count with your area code 314. Sometimes you want to keep it small so people know that you only follow people you really like. So people checking out your TikTok, they're going to think immediately to themselves, what am I going to get if I follow this person? And you're making it pretty clear you're going to get these cartoon posts. And if someone likes that, I know a lot of people do like that, they might follow you right off that. If you look at my page, it's pretty funny because I post a lot of videos of myself pointing up, answering people's questions. And the reason I do it is because A, I like pointing to the sky. Much love. Thank you for everything. But, I'm pointing up and I'm answering questions so people know what to expect. If you want to follow me on TikTok, you're going to get a lot of this. If it was just complete randomness, like it used to be for me, I started off, it was so random. People didn't want to follow me because they didn't know what the heck they were going to get. But now you know what you're going to get, right? So if you want to get this, please follow me. But that's the whole point, is when you're on TikTok, make sure people know what they're going to get. That's why they're following. If you're following an account of someone dancing, it's because you want to see them dancing. You see what I'm saying? If you follow an account about someone baking cookies, maybe you want to see cookies every now and then. That would be cool. I would like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, you have to just let people know what they're going to get on TikTok, okay? And go hard. I see a lot of people blow up on TikTok posting 82 times. It happens all the time. If you guys know who Ty Verdes is, he was listening to something Gary said. He posted a bunch of times. He used to work at a Verizon store selling phones, and his music is so amazing. And if you're amazing at music, you'll probably blow up no matter what, as long as you keep trying. So he kept posting, and now he's on tour. He did the Macy's Day Parade. Did you see that, Emily?
No, I watched it, but I watched parts of it. I didn't see him, but I only watched a little bit here and there.
Yeah, so he performed on a float or something. Isn't that crazy? It all came from just posting nonstop. Yeah, I don't know. How many times do you post, Emily?
Definitely not as much as I should. Are you looking at my TikTok now?
Yeah, you have 7 posts. 7. Come on. I used to tell people I thought you were going to be TikTok famous. You still have it in you.
Stop.
This video has 627,000 plays. It's pretty amazing. Why'd you give up?
I didn't give up. I'm still working on a few.
All right, good. Oh, yeah, you did the one with Gary Vee. All right. But yeah, all right, look, guys. Whether you're Emily making TikToks with Gary Vee that she never posts.
That's not true. I'm going to post it in the next few weeks or so.
All right, good. Or you're like me and you just point at the sky on your TikTok. It doesn't matter. You just have to go hard, keep promoting your music. Anyway, the whole point of this podcast episode is figure out what works and dive deep, please, because the people who are supporting you, that's the most important thing. I know everyone wants to be on all these playlists, but if you aren't catering to the people, if you're not letting people know you're listening to them, like, what are you doing? Like, focus on your fans first. All right, so people texted. They said all these texts came in. This one, Mike Boyd.
Oh my God, that's such a long text.
Oh, no, they're multiple texts. Will just
thank God.
organize them for me. So
if you're watching on YouTube, that's very, or if you're not watching on YouTube, that's several paragraphs.
Yeah. So, all right, here's the first one. Mike Boyd, could you give me a breakdown of what to do to fully protect my copyrights and royalties before dropping on all platforms, including TikTok? All right, so I get it. One of the most important people on your team is a lawyer. But look, if you're not at that point, just keep going. I was talking to someone yesterday and they were like, hey, I love making music, but I didn't put it out there yet. No one's heard it. And I told them, it's a famous quote. If you don't ship your music, if you don't ship your product, it's not art. That's what they say. And what that means is if you make a song, you got to release it, because then you put yourself out there, and that's part of the art, is being vulnerable. Okay. So if you're making music, put it out there. I wouldn't worry about the copyright and royalties right away. Lil Polo T, one of my favorite artists from New York City, he is making music that's sampling rock songs, and I talked to him about it. I was like, hey, man, I'm positive that you don't have all the clearance to do everything that you do. And the point is, he's just doing it. Why stop, And if those rock bands hear it and they want to be involved, they could be on the remix. If they're like, hey, we love your music, but strange twist, we don't want it to be on the internet, Polo T could say, okay, I'll take the compliment, take it down, no problem. You see what I mean? I think some people get so deep in their own head, I don't know. If you're at the point where you're worried about copyrights and royalties, I know everyone has to make money off their music, but if you're at that point, get a lawyer. And if you're not at that point, keep it moving until you get a lawyer. You know what I mean? So I guess I'd have to have more context on where you are in your life. I hope that helped. But yeah, next one. Hello, I'm an unsigned artist. Last name Baker Jones. That's all one word. From Atlanta, Georgia. One of my favorite places. All right. I'm looking to be signed or pushed in the right direction to being the best that I can be. I have music. Would love for you to check it out. All right, cool. And they sent links. SoundCloud and United Masters. All right, I'll check it out. I'm gonna look for you on Spotify though. Spotify is the place where I like listening to music the most for now. You know, obviously shout out to YouTube, shout out to Apple, shout out to Tidal. Yeah. What, Tyler
Wait.
Washington?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tyler, you want to join?
He could stay in the back for now. We don't want to cloud
Okay.
it up too much. His
Okay,
face will
cool.
distract everyone. Oh my
Okay, cool.
God.
I'll cut this.
No, that's fine. You can keep it. All right, last text, and we're gonna cut it. Hey Mike Boyd, hope all is well. I'm Toby from New York. All right, been keeping up with your page. Wanted to see if I could get your thoughts on a new song. It's a bit different in genre. The first release. Cool. Oh, right. They sent me the Spotify link. All right, I'll click it. See, Spotify's on my phone. It's pretty easy for me.
Feel it deep in your soul, make you losing control. Baby, get in the zone. Oh yeah, move for the
168 monthly listeners. You know what's crazy? When I see that, all right, I'll pause it. 168 monthly listeners. When I see that, I get excited. All right, look, I'm gonna save this. I'll listen to it later with like my headphones on and really concentrate. I'll probably put it on the playlist, okay? But here's the point of my story. Not everyone gets on the playlist. I know people send in submissions and they're like, "Did you really listen to my submission? It's not on the playlist." And it's like, yo, the playlist has a theme. Every week it's fun. I want to make it fun for people to listen. So if you're not on the playlist, don't worry about it. Just keep sending your music. We're listening. It's very hard to listen to everyone, but we're listening. And if you fit the vibe, we're gonna put you on there. And if you don't be upset about it. Just keep sending in music, you know? Like we're really listening. It's just, you know, I can't make a 400 song playlist. So keep sending in music. We're keep listening. You know, shout out to Toby who sent that link. I appreciate you. And I like it when you have small followers because that's what we like to do. We like to help people, like win-win. Okay. That's what we do. That's what we do in business. That's what we do in the playlist. I want to promote your music because I want to give an extra shine, some extra light to people who could use that light. Okay. So I'm helping you and then you're helping me because you get excited and you share the playlist and you're like, hey, this guy playlisted me and I appreciate it. And we all win. So it's fun, you know? So yeah, send me the music, especially if you don't have a lot of people listening to you. Because if it's good, we want to help. Gary Vee wants to help, you know, that's what we do. So yeah, those are all the texts. You got anything to close with, Emily?
No.
Love it. All right. Well, yeah. See, I put Emily on the spot.
No, I
Is
will.
that-
Yeah. Well, first, like I say, every time a boy brings me on the podcast, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll be the first to say it. I know about podcasts, but I don't really know about emerging hip hop artists. And I wasn't prepared to be on today. So
No, we get it, but it's fun because see, okay, so Emily's from the Northeast.
Mhm.
If you were going after a target, a demo, a location, you know, you really got to think about what those people hear when they listen to your music. Also, you know, I'm from St. Louis, so growing up, St. Louis radio plays a lot of local artists and we play a lot of Atlanta artists, and it's funny, you could really get into the like thought process behind this, but sometimes I listen to people locally talk about the local artists, but you're sometimes those people are a little too close to the scene. You got to remove yourself and be like, all right, that's your favorite artist, but maybe it's your favorite artist because you're from that city and you recognize a lot of the local references. It's like when you're listening to music, sometimes you just have to try to imagine how other people are going to listen. Okay. And that's a big thing about the playlist too, by the way. This is a little secret about the playlist is it's not necessarily a list of songs that I personally love, okay? That would be weird. It's not like that. That's weird. What it is it's a curation of songs that collectively we think you should hear, okay? So it's not like, hey, this is Mike Boyd's favorite 100 songs that I'm listening to constantly and forcing upon you. That's not what it is, okay? So we're listening objectively. We try to, at least. And if you're talented or you're bringing something, and no matter what it is, it could be any genre that fits the vibe, and you get thrown on the playlist and we promote it, and we are literally listening. I texted to Gary V. A lot of people know who Gary V is, and if you don't, check him out.
I was gonna say,
GARYVEE on Instagram. He's actually on Twitter and TikTok. He's a
I
goat.
was gonna
So
say,
check him out.
listening to this podcast, you probably know who he is.
You know what's funny though? A lot of people I meet don't, and I'm like, that's okay. But yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't know who Gary is. That's okay.
Yeah,
Just check him out.
don't be embarrassed. It's okay. Yeah.
He's great. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people listening do know who Gary is because he literally promotes the playlist with me. So there you go. But
Yeah, both of your faces are on the cover.
And that's the whole point. Like, we make the playlist. If you know who Gary is, I literally texted to him. He listens. He's literally listening on his flights before he goes and gives his keynote. I know a lot of people submitting their music. They're like, whoa, could Gary listen to me? Yes, he is listening. When he gets super into a song, he'll tweet it. I don't know if you guys see that. He doesn't give me like a heads up. He literally just tweets it. So then I see it on his Twitter, and then I'm like, whoa. He loves that one. You just see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not a playlist that's super subjective. At least we try not to be. But yeah, send in your songs. We need songs. We need you to send us those DMs. Okay. Shout out to Toby. When you leave a text or a voicemail with that link, you're really helping me because I'm listening, and that's how we discover new music. We listen. You know, everyone's like, hey, how'd you discover that song? It's because I listened to it, you know? It's not. It is very hard because a lot of people don't have the time to listen. I am blessed. I take the time on the weekend.
That's because you're always driving. That's why.
Yeah, I am always driving. But I'm from the Midwest, you know. We listen to music in our car. Then you live in New York City and you listen to music on the subway.
I was gonna say, I feel like most people listen to music in the car.
It's a pretty fun place.
If you don't have a car, then okay.
Then you take a taxi and ask the taxi guy to play it. You're like, hey, yes, I need to go to work in the Uber, but while I'm on my way to work, can you please play this song because I want to experience it in the car? And can you please turn the bass all the way up? And yes, I'll pay you extra if your speaker system breaks. I'll throw you a tip.
Tyler, can you please clip this?
Yes, I've done it, but I'll tell you guys this too.
You've done that?
Oh yeah, but this is my last joke. Or no, okay, this is not a joke podcast, but this is my last moment. Shout out to Young Nudie. Shout out to 21 Savage. Shout out to everyone in Atlanta. But yeah, so my producer Richie South that I manage, he's the best, and he's making a lot of unreleased music. This is years ago with Young Nudie. It's a very long time ago. But anyway, I was listening to it in Lyfts and Ubers because, you know, why not? Like, I'm in a car. Can I please hear this in the car speakers? It's just funny because if you know who Young Nudie is, he's great. But also, you know, some people don't like. People like different genres of music, okay? And Young Nudie, 21 Savage, they're rapping about certain things. Some people like it, some people don't. But the funniest part to me was I was listening to their music. Like, I'm talking big hits now before they came out. And I'm listening to them on the car speakers. And the guy driving the car was like, yo, like, stop playing this type of music in my car, and turned it off and told me to get out and all that stuff. And I was like, yo, man, first of all, this is literally my job. Like, please let me listen to music in your car. And second or third, now I know it's a hit. Like, if you feel that strongly about it and you hate it, what? Like, that's all I needed to know, sir. Like, I was listening myself, but now that you told me you hate it, I'm gonna playlist it because that means people feel so strongly about it. They're going to talk about it. They're going to share it. They're going to literally kick me out of their car, and then I have a story to share. You see what I'm saying? It's like,
you got kicked out of a car?
Yeah. But listen to Young Nudi's music, 21 Savage. That's the thing, is like when you rap or make a song about real life experiences, that's great. You know, if it's very positive, if it was a negative experience, but you experienced it and you're talking about it, that's great. You know, like I don't know why people are trying to censor everyone. So anyway, check out the music. You might love it, you might hate it. I do not care. But if you hate it, if someone hates your music and they're like, yo, that's trash, that might be great. The worst thing in the world is if someone just skips your song and they feel nothing and they're like, wow, that was a waste of my time. That is bad. But if someone hates it or loves it, that's actually good. And you could like kind of build off that. And yes, if you're playing a song and someone kicks you out of the car, that's really good. That's a moment where you're like, wow, that person felt something. You know, he felt my music so much that he had to kick me out of that car. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
How
That
many
really
times has it happened to you?
just once, but that guy changed my
Okay.
life. If you're still driving Lyft, 5 stars to you, man. He saved me so much time. I didn't have to listen any longer. I was like, all right, that's a hit. Keep it moving. Let me listen to the next song.
What song was it? Do you remember?
Yeah. I won't say because
Okay.
some people will hate it, but
Okay.
whatever. But I will say this too. I have so many funny stories. Please, if you see me in person, run up on me and ask me to tell you these stories. Young Thug told me I was in the studio with Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan in 2013. This is a very long time ago. Anyway, I can't talk about the it was not 645AR Tyler. I see you messaging. But shout out to 645AR, that's my guy. But anyway, I see what Tyler's saying. Some people hate him, some people love him. That is true. But anyway, Young Thug, he said something to Rich Homie Quan back when they used to make music together, Rich Gang, all that. And I was just standing I was sitting in between them on the couch in the studio. It was a small studio. And it's really funny. I can't say it on the podcast because you guys might love it, you might hate it. But if you run up to me, I'll tell you the story in person. But it was a similar thing. It's like if someone hates your music, like that's not a bad thing. It's just very bad when people don't care. Like if Emily sent me a song and I was like, wow, that was a waste of my time. That's horrible.
Why
But if
did you have to use me as an example?
anyone, but Emily, if you send me a song and I'm like, yo, Emily, I hate this song, you might be like, all right, cool. So it made him have a reaction. Let me play it for some more of my friends. And then you're like, I'm gonna buy the artist NFT and invest in their career because everyone's freaking out, good or bad. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to have the haters. Some people hate this podcast. I've never
Really?
met them, but I'm sure
How do you know?
people hate everything.
Oh yeah.
People
yeah.
hate everything. It's crazy. But it's also fun and cool, you know? Shout out to the
Yeah.
haters. Shout out to the
Yeah, I've gotten a
lovers.
lot of hate on my TikToks.
Really? For
Oh
what?
yeah.
People
Someone told
hate?
me I was the problem with the world. Yeah.
Oh my God. People just want to
Yeah.
be seen. You know? That's a weird one. But yeah, people hate Gary Vee all the time too. And then he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
yo, yeah, he's like, hey, when he has time, he's like, hey, I'm sorry you feel that way, whatever. And then the person immediately comments again and says, yo, can't believe you responded. I've been trying to troll you. I just wanted to say hi. You're my biggest hero. Isn't that crazy? That's the internet. Like people complain all the time, I guess, about me and other playlists. They're like, yo, you didn't playlist me. I love comments like that. And sometimes people are like, yo, you keep sleeping on this artist. And I'm like, yo, thanks for the heads up. I listen to it. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, if that many people are angry that I'm not playlisting you, I'll check you out. I just don't have time to listen to everything. So yes, get all your haters together, spam me, get all your lovers together, spam me. I don't care. So I found some of the best artists in my life through spamming. People spam me and I actually listen. And then I'm like, damn, you guys were right, you know? And I playlist those artists all the time. People just spam me like crazy. People probably get blocked and removed. They spam me so hard. I love spam. I found so many great artists by being spammed.
Tyler, can you clip that?
Spam
Mike
my
Boyd loves
page.
spam.
Yes. Shout out to the food. Shout out to the comments. I love it all. Spam my page. Spam my TikTok. You're going to help me with my algorithm. It's win-win. You grab my attention. You help my videos get more views, and I will playlist you as long as it's good. I will listen to it. You know, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the spam. I don't get a lot of hate. That's not good. I need more hate because I'm trying to make it, you know? It's kind of scary. A lot of people on my TikTok are positive. They're like, hey, check out my music. Hey, thanks for the advice. Hey, your voice is amazing. Shout out to that person. That was one person, but that meant a lot. But you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I need people to be like, yo, I hate you.
I feel like you don't
I'm
want to
gonna
say
keep
anything
I'm
controversial.
gonna keep working until I get there.
Okay. I'm sure you will. Yeah.
Sadly, it's coming. All right. Well, if you listen to the podcast, this episode's amazing. This is the end. Share it with your friends if you like it, if you think they will enjoy it. If you don't, that's okay. Like I said, if you hate this podcast episode, that was great. If you love it, that's great. If you don't feel anything about it, don't tell people. Don't share it then, because that's horrible. And send us some texts, send us some voicemails. We seem busy, but we're not. We're just sitting there watching the phone. I'm just bored watching the phone. I'm waiting to hear from you.